All right, guys. First and foremost, before I get into the actual meat and potatoes of this video, first and foremost, I apologize for the sound in the background. It's my heater right now that I have on full blast because it is fucking freezing as fuck outside. Even though it's like what, almost a little after 5 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep because I was fucking dying of freaking just too damn cold. That's Canadian weather for you. But we got like bipolar weather, man. Hot German day and then fucking freezing at night. But anyways. There's been something that I've been neglecting to do and really actually go into detail as to why I'm beyond excited and ecstatic for Battletoads. A lot of people have been questioning me that now for a while. I know there's a lot of resentment towards Microsoft or I've seen people call me an Xbot just because I'm excited for this game and etc., etc., etc. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to do something that I should have actually done right from the get-go, but I just said, fuck it. So I'm going to do it in a standalone video. So why am I excited for Battletoads? Well, truth be told, there's actually a history that I have with this game, which is I'm actually going to go into full-on detail to absolutely explain my reasonings as to why I'm excited for this, this next reincarnation of Battletoads. So back when I got my original NES, I think I was like 6 or 7 at the time, my mom used to work for a video store by the name of Video Scene. And the day after Christmas, when we went to go and pick her up from work, she invited me and my brother in, and we were able to go and actually rent out 2 games. My brother chose one, and I chose one. I don't remember what game my brother rented, but I know the choice one that I made was Battletoads. And what caught my eye with that game was obviously the box art. It kind of reminded me of like a Turtles kind of vibe, so to speak. So I rented it, brought it home, played the fuck out of it. Never got a chance to actually beat the motherfucker because the game was extremely fucking difficult. I have, years later, I actually got back into actually fucking beating it, but that game at the time introduced me to one of my most beloved genres of all time. And that's being, the beat-em-up genre, the classic style side-scrolling beat-em-up genre. I am aware that people can look at, games like God of War, Dynasty Warriors, or Bayonetta as like the evolution of the beat-em-up genre, and to an extent, technically it kind of is. Even though people will label those games as hack and slash games, but it wasn't that long ago, before we got into the 3D era, where we had games like Golden Axe. Golden Axe was definitely a side-scrolling beat-em-up hack and slash. So I can get why a lot of people would make that resemblance or say that is the next evolution from the beat-em-up genre. And I can wholeheartedly agree with that. But with that said, this game, Battletoads, I have a lot of respect for because it brought me into this genre that pretty much basically expanded into other cult classics. Games like Double Dragon, Maximum Carnage, Separation Anxiety, Sonic Blastman, Bad Street Brawlers, Bad Boys, fucking... The list goes on. Tons and tons and tons of amazing and classic beat-em-up titles. Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers, you get the idea. And, this is why I have a huge amount of respect for, not only this genre, but at the same time, this game more specifically, is because this is the game that single-handedly got me into that genre. So, last year, when Streets of Rage 4 just literally got announced out of the middle of fucking nowhere, I literally fell to my knees in cry of tears of fucking joy, because the fact of the matter is that for years and years and years, I've always wanted to see Sega come out with a new Streets of Rage. And now that we're finally getting that, and now that it's going to be coming out here relatively soon, and then of course at E3 with Microsoft, revealing that a new Battletoads was in the works, that just set me over the edge. And I wanted to explain this to people because I know there's a lot of people that question as to we haven't seen any gameplay yet. The game's probably going to look like shit. All this other crap like that. And plus, it's not being developed by Rare, even though Rare is definitely, there as a supervisor. That kind of stuff like that. And that's fine. I get those complaints, especially when it comes to modern gaming. We have seen a lot of old school IPs, be brought back from the dead and just turn out to be fucking fluff, or AKA complete and utter fucking AAA gutter trash. But despite that, though, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a history as to exactly why I'm excited for this game, and and why my hype levels are like fucking high as shit for this game. So hopefully, this will definitely shed some light on you guys. That Battletoads was the first beat 'em up game that I got to play as a kid, and that got me into a genre that I forever loved, and I still love to this day. It's just a real shame that that genre is now a dying breed, but it's nice to see Streets of Rage make a comeback. It's great to see Battletoads definitely make a comeback, and I'd like to see other games come back in that kind of fashion too as well. And I know like Digital, was what they call their Digital Devolver or Devolver Digital, sorry. When they made like Mother Russia Bleed or Mother Russia Bleed, I think it's called. That was an interesting pixelated beat 'em up game. I know they came out with that Raging game that came out that was similar to Streets of Rage, just not as good. That kind of stuff like that. And it's really nice to see this genre get respect again, and for that I'm forever happy for that, because I'm always, no matter how old I get in life, beat 'em up games will always be that vibe that brings me back to my old school youth, and just reminds me of just having fucking a game where I can just sit back and have fun and just mash the shit out of my controller and just talk shit like a badass motherfucker, like I did back in the day when I would choose Alex in Streets of Rage, or I would choose fucking the chick there in Final Fight 2 or Final Fight 3, whatever version you played. But anyways, I'm done with this video. I just wanted to explain to you guys as to why my excitement for Battletoads 2019 is there. Give you guys a little bit of a history. So now people hopefully, I know I'm not expecting people to stop, trolling my ass because of it. I know people, when they see it, they're going to fucking hate on it. They're going to shit on it. They're going to call everything in the books. But at this point right now, I do not give a fuck. All I know is that I'm beyond happy to see a genre that I fucking loved back in my childhood, man, make a comeback for the likes of Streets of Rage. And of course, the game that got me into the genre first and foremost, and that being Battletoads, man. So thank you, Microsoft. And yeah, hopefully I can't wait to see gameplay at E3. Until then, I'm out. Deuces.